Okay, let's talk one of my favorite subjects, and that's spa culture. So as someone who loves spas all over the world, different types of environments, different price ranges, I am a bit of a spa connoisseur. But I also worked in the spa environment as a massage therapist, manicurist, and esthetician. So I understand it from both ends. And I want to give you all the things that you need to be comfortable when visiting a spa and getting spa services. So let's talk about it. So let's talk about the type of environment you're looking for. For the purposes of this video, we're going to talk about clinical spa environments and luxurious resort spa environments. Medical spas, we'll talk about it another time. So thinking about the environment that you're looking for, a resort style environment that has things like locker rooms and relaxation rooms with tea and champagne and maybe little noshes like nuts and berries, and a jacuzzi, steam room, sauna room. That kind of environment is going to range you somewhere between about $150 to $350, but it really depends on where you're at. In Las Vegas, it's probably going to be in the higher end. Some of those areas of Arizona or Sedona, that area, a little bit higher end. I live here in the Bay Area, not far from wine country. I can probably find those services around $200, $225. Now, keep in mind that what you're paying for are the facilities. Sometimes there's even a pool attached. You're able to stay for a few hours, maybe even from opening to closing, you have in and out privileges. Again, private lockers, showers, all of the above. Now, that experience is generally one of more relaxation. You're not going to get medical type services like peels or lasers in those environments, but you are going to get a 50-minute hands-on service or 80-minute hands-on service of massage, facials, body wraps, scrubs. Now, when I say 50 minutes, it may appear on the menu that you're getting 60 minutes of service, but there's always going to be 5 minutes of conversation before you get on the table and 5 minutes after. And that's important because the therapist wants to get to know you and see what your focuses are. In a 90-minute service, that's going to really be 80 minutes hands-on. So if that's the price range you're looking for and you're looking to just relax and spend hours in a spa, maybe even have lunch brought to you there, that is totally worth it because again, it may involve hours at the spa. Really a regenerative experience and so fabulous for the soul. But if you're looking for a more clinical environment, like let's say a Massage Envy, you're probably going to be paying in the range of about $100 to $150. But those locations are generally based on a membership. So they're assuming that you're buying a package or a membership for maybe a year, and you're going to be revisiting the area. In those environments, you generally come clothed in something comfortable, and then you disrobe, you receive your facial or your massage, and then you're in and out in about an hour or two. So really determining the spa environment you're looking for is a great way to start. Once you've decided which environment and which price range you're looking at, I really want to encourage you to call them or look at their menu and determine which service you truly need. If you are looking just for a basic Swedish massage, which is generally very light, maybe medium depth pressure, but not deep, deep, deep work, then that's fine. Book that Swedish massage. But if you're really looking for something deep, I highly recommend that you pay that extra 10, 15% for a deep tissue therapist. That therapist has a little bit more stamina and is able to perform the deeper tissue work that you might be looking for. Also keep in mind that deep tissue is generally targeted to certain parts of the body, so you won't usually get a head to toe massage. If you're looking for a peel on your face, even one that is sort of a mild peel with no downtime, no major flaking of the skin, then you're going to a spa like those more luxurious spas where you're just going to be getting a basic facial with a little bit of exfoliation, some extractions, but no major procedures. And so just know what you're looking for, because if you don't book it the way that you're expecting it to be, it's not going to be a good experience for you. And the therapist will oftentimes let you know that they don't do deep tissue, and you'll spend moments talking about what your needs are and they won't be met. Also, it's just better to pay ahead of time so that you're not discussing funds on the table when you're meant to be relaxing. So just keep that in mind and set the experience up as you expect it. Another thing that you should note is that oftentimes they will tell you to arrive at least 10 to 15 minutes earlier than your treatment. That's really important, especially for your first time at any spa, because generally they'll have you write down some information, answer some questions about your medical history, just to make sure that the experience is safe and effective for you. I always say if you can do 15 minutes or more early, always better. It's in your best interest. Also, tipping. Tipping is something that comes up a lot. And generally, the amount that should be tipped is somewhere between 15 and 30%, depending on how much you enjoy the service. But it's 15 to 30% of the full amount. So if for whatever reason you've gotten a discount code or coupon, it's generally expected that you will tip on the amount of what the service would cost before any discounts. Another thing to note is that many of your more high-end spas will automatically tack about 18% onto your service. So if you want to do additional tips, you can, but that 18% not only pays for the therapist to have a tip, but also oftentimes there's spa attendants taking the robes and the locker keys and keeping everything clean, the showers wiped down between showers. Those things are also something that I generally tip for if they haven't predetermined a tip amount. So I'll maybe save a few dollars, $5 for the spa attendant. And when I see them going around cleaning up, I'll give them a little tip. Now, clothing. I always say dress as comfortable as possible. Stretchy clothes, maybe even workout clothes, things that are easy for you to get on and off. And I personally find that the ranges of sizes are not always what I need them to be. And I'm a bit top heavy. So as not to worry about that, I get to enjoy the luxuriousness of any robes that they provide or slippers, but I'll bring in just a little dress, something sort of older, a summery dress, strappy, something that doesn't cover me up much, and one that I don't mind getting wet or stained, because what can happen is I can wear that dress if the robe doesn't close fully on me in the dry sauna. I can walk around the spa, especially if it's co-ed and there's men and women there. I can walk around the relaxation areas and feel comfortable in my little lightweight summer dress that's stretchable, and then apply my robe over it if necessary. Now, when you get in the treatment room, there's also that decision of whether or not you're going to be fully unclothed or leave, underclothing on. That's really up to you, but I want you to be prepared to know that these therapists are designed or trained to keep you covered in all the necessary areas. So generally there's a draping technique that is used with the sheets or the covers that will cover up any important parts and just remove the arm or the limb or the leg that they're working on, one limb at a time, and then cover you back up. So you don't really have to worry so much about whether or not you choose to go fully unclothed. That's totally expected and not considered inappropriate in a spa environment, whether it be clinical or more of the resort spa style. Now, if you're in Europe, it might be a totally different experience. And in some countries, it is expected that you will go fully unclothed. And oftentimes, especially in Asia, there are separate areas for the men and the women. So there are so many varieties in the different spas that you can go to. I've been to some of the most unique. I've had massages on the beach in Kauai, where I'm kind of exposed out to everyone. And so draping is really important to me in an environment like that. I've been to Korean spas where you're fully nude and they splash water on you and they scrub your body within an inch of its life and get all your dead skin off and your skin feels like silk. I've been to Europe where they completely disrobe you and it's just considered normal. And I've been mostly here in the United States where that draping technique and keeping you covered is very much adhered to. So nothing to worry about there. Well, this is just the beginning of some of the things that I'm going to share with you. And of course, we're going to talk a little bit more about that medical spa environment in areas where you can expect to go beyond a basic facial, basic massage, or body scrub, and maybe get services like downtime peels where the skin is actually sloughing off in many sheets and you're looking much younger and more youthful afterwards, or laser treatments. Those environments slightly differ, and sometimes you can find a happy medium between a clinical massage environment that you just show up, you're there for an hour or two, you disrobe, you re-robe, and you leave, and that more medical side of things. So there's no end to the wonderful spa experiences you can get into and enjoy. And let me tell you, Bob Hope said that he credited living to be 100 years old with having massage. And I think he had it daily. Massage and sort of that spa environment, those dry saunas are so amazing for your health. You're really going to want to invest in taking time to do this if it's something that you enjoy. Now, I put together trips all around the world, and my trips oftentimes focus on some of these amazing, unique spa environments. So reach out to me if you're interested in getting either some tips and tricks about that, or continue to subscribe and watch my videos. Thank you.